What's up, Taiwan? I'm Eric Gao with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Starting off in Taiwan news, the Defense Ministry says its largest annual war games will start next month. This year, the Guang exercises will take place in 2 stages. The first will be computer-simulated war games taking place from May 15th to 19th. The second portion will include live fire drills all across the country. Those will begin on July 24th and will last until the 28th. The war games are meant to simulate how Taiwan would defend against an invasion from China. Meanwhile, Taiwan plans to give some of its police officers military-style combat readiness training. Interior Minister Ling Youcang has assured the public that the military tactics will only be used during wartime. But some people are worried about the training being used on citizens. Guang has more.
Taiwan's police practice overpowering criminals at an MRT station in Taichung in central Taiwan. The country's police force is getting an upgrade. The authorities are looking to recruit 5,500 more officers and equip them with skills for anti-terrorism duties. This will include weapons training, grenade throwing, and combat skills. But there are fears the police will become a second military force and be used on citizens, a concern immediately addressed by authorities.
军人的训练是对敌，是致命性的训练，但警察训练是制服对方，将对方绳之以法，要符合法定的比例原则。
Taiwan's Interior Minister Ling Youcang also reassured the public.
警方不会去从事任何军事的一个工作跟行动，相关的一个这个规划跟训练，我想都是为了关键基础设施的一个防护。
Premier Chen Jianren echoed the Interior Minister's remarks.
都还在演绎的过程当中，绝对没有军事化的这样的一个揣测的必要。
But scholars have said that if a war with China were to happen, a highly trained police force would prove useful.
包括像治安维持，包括像关键基础设施的防护，包括像是要人的保护，可能会需要有另外的武装部队。
Despite concerns about the possibility of increased militarization of the police, what's clear is authorities feel the need to strengthen the country's security, so its forces are ready to keep people safe during peacetime and during war. Patrick Chen and Bing Wang for TaiwanPlus.
Turning to the international stage, the UK's foreign minister has warned that a Chinese invasion of Taiwan would destroy world trade. James Cleverly also said that no country would be able to shield itself from the impact of a war in Taiwan. He made the comments on Tuesday during a major foreign policy speech in London. It comes as the UK tries to balance growing skepticism toward Beijing with deep economic ties. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak last year said a so-called golden era of UK-China ties was over. In the U.S., South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol has met with his American counterpart, Joe Biden. Yoon is in the U.S. on a state visit. He and Biden visited a Korean War memorial in Washington, D.C. This year marks the 70th anniversary of the U.S. South Korea Mutual Defense Treaty. Under that agreement, both countries commit to providing aid if one is attacked. Yoon and Biden will hold formal talks on Wednesday at the White House. The talks are expected to focus on countering North Korea's renewed weapons program, as well as the increased threat posed by China. In Africa, thousands of people are fleeing Sudan to escape the conflict there. Fighting has reportedly continued in parts of the country, despite a 72-hour ceasefire. The Red Cross warns that the situation is now untenable for civilians, as emergency supplies are running out. Food, water, and medicine are hard to find. Fighting broke out between the Sudan Armed Forces and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces on April 15th. After a series of failed ceasefires, the confirmed death toll now stands at over 450, with thousands more injured. Back in Taiwan, teachers are petitioning the government to scrap plans to promote English in schools with the aim of making Taiwan bilingual. Critics of this plan say it will harm students' performance and take resources from Taiwan's own languages. But officials say building a bilingual society is key to Taiwan's future. John Van Trieste reports.
In Taiwan's classrooms, a battle over the role of English. The government wants more subjects taught in English as part of a plan to make Taiwan bilingual by 2030. But teachers worry they'll have to run their classes in a language not all are trained to teach in. They're also concerned many students won't understand, stunting their education. Still, the government's bilingual plan looks set to move forward. Lawmakers are discussing setting up a body that would oversee the plan's various goals. But the National Federation of Teachers Union says it's time to call the whole bilingual plan off. It announced the results of a petition drive on Tuesday.
2天内超过5000人的一个联署，那在这样子充满疑虑、所有人反对的一个情况下，礼拜3，也就是说明天，司法法制委员会竟然还要排审这个双语国家发展中心的设置条例。
Educational concerns aren't the only reason people have signed. Some worry about promoting English at the expense of Taiwan's many threatened local languages.
他应该立刻把现在投入到双语政策的这些资源跟经费，发展我们的其他的母语的这个语言之间的同步翻译的这个软体和装置上面去。
But officials say this criticism is unwarranted. Premier Chen Jianren wrote on Facebook that the policy won't make English official. He also wrote that English won't be emphasized over local languages. Chen said that English Mandarin bilingualism is key to what he called Taiwan's sustainable development. However, his message will likely do little to convince members of the teachers union, who have more direct concerns. James Lin and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
In health news, a study has found that people in Taiwan are more likely to get lung cancer than people in other countries. The study, published in the journal Nature, compared 40,000 people from South Korea, the UK, and Taiwan. Of the three, Taiwan had the highest incidence of lung cancer. The results found Taiwanese people are 3 times more likely to get lung cancer than South Koreans and 5 times more likely than British people. Scientists have identified a particular gene that can mutate to cause lung cancer. The mutation can be triggered by air pollution, and people in Taiwan are more susceptible to this mutation.
空气污染呢，吸多了就会启动我们身体里面的肺癌基因 EGFR 基因。那这 EGFR 基因突变之后呢，就会产生肺癌。而且现在目前呢，看起来呢，这 EGFR 基因呢是台湾最主要的一个肺癌启动基因。
And finally, in some animal news, Cameroon is home to the world's largest frog species, but it's under threat. The government there is trying to get people to stop hunting the frogs. This is Andre Nakodi. He's on the lookout for Goliath frogs. Nakodi's been hunting these creatures for decades, but they're a lot harder to find now.
2003, when I entered here, I entered for school day. I want this for years old. I don't carry like a van. If you plenty.
Goliath frogs are the biggest frog species in the world. They can grow up to 32 centimeters long and weigh over 3 kilograms. They're a major source of income for hunters like Nakodi, who could sell them for up to $10 US.
We manage all our life. Right now, so I get my 2 picking where they're there for college. Now this money for make me I send them for school.
But the Goliath frog is endangered because of overhunting and habitat loss. The Cameroon government has stepped in to protect the frogs. Now, Nakodi looks for frogs not to sell them, but to help study them. He works with the conservation group to learn more about the Goliaths and their environment. They also explain to other people that hunting frogs is not allowed anymore.
You know, get law. Government is look at the grenu. Say me no finish. So now the thing that with me, I tell people them what they do for the village.
To make up for the loss of frog income, conservationists have come up with other programs to help people make money. But they worry that stricter rules will be needed to keep these giants safe. Thanks for watching What's Up Taiwan. Before we go, enjoy these 6 adorable rare white Bengal tiger cubs born in central China's Zhenzhou Zoo. I'm Eric Gao. Take care and see you next time.
For more stories from Taiwan and around the world, please download the TaiwanPlus app. You guys heard of TaiwanPlus, right?